Oh my God, you guys are gonna drag me. Like, for real, you guys are gonna drag me. Like, I'm about to talk about Best Dressed. If y'all know, then you know. But if you don't know, then you're like, who the fuck am I talking about? And if you look her up, you're probably not gonna care. You're probably not gonna care. Because I feel like at this point, anybody who needs to know her or would care to know her does. Like, she has like over 1.2 million followers on Instagram, I believe, and she has like over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. One thing that I can never get over from the moment I found Ashley, which is Best Dressed, I'm gonna refer to her as Best Dressed though, because I don't know Ashley, and this is not personal towards Ashley. This is entirely me speaking on my perception of Best Dressed. Not even Ashley. Yes, there are going to be some overlap. That is not my fault. I can't help the fact that Ashley is Best Dressed. Anyway, Best Dressed. So I had always been floored. I found her, I believe, if you heard my stomach, oh my God. Anyway, I found her, I believe, like 2018, 2017. Like, it's been a while, but it hasn't been that long, even though time is going by quickly. 2018 used to be 2 years ago, and now it's 3 years ago. So I don't know, but I definitely have known about her since 2018, and I was amazed to see that she had like 1 million followers, because I'd never heard of her up until that point. And the video I'll never forget that I found of her was her leaving LA and deciding between moving to London or New York. And I binge watched her videos, and I had mixed feelings. I really, really loved what she stood for. I loved the concepts and the ideas. Like, I loved her content, but I didn't actually enjoy watching her content. And I remember being amazed because she didn't use hashtags, she didn't use any of those weird promotion type things, and she had so many subscribers. And she also has almost an equal amount of followers on Instagram, which we all know is not how it usually works. You always have one platform that has way more than the other. And usually when you're really, really big, that is when the two will coincide. And even then, that's not a guaranteed thing. But with Best Dressed, since 2018 till now, she no longer posts on YouTube. Her time post the pandemic, like, I think it was the pandemic that really changed a lot for people. And she just became disliked, right? And I'm going to talk about that because I have thought about this since I found her. Or like I said, I did not really enjoy watching her content. I am not trying to be disrespectful, but I just found her content to be annoying and fake, right? And I'm not saying this to be rude or mean because, like I said, during the pandemic, she got a lot of hate. And a lot of people were really confused because obviously, like I said, Best Dressed is one of those people where if you know her, then you know her. If you don't, you probably don't care because the name says it all. She's very much an aesthetics, art, design, crafting, fashion, all of these things. Like, she is a creator, okay? And she creates, right? And if you enjoy watching creations, then you know of her and you've already decided whether or not you want to watch her. It was her fans that were sitting there coming at her so harshly. Like I said, I didn't really enjoy watching her content, but I fucked with her. I really, really liked Ashley. I'm gonna be honest, it's not even Best Dressed. I liked Ashley, right? And so I just kept subscribing. I kept watching. You have to understand, this girl got views. Like, this girl got views. Like, she had the subscribers. I mean, she still does. The count is still up. But she has the subscribers. She has the views. She has the Instagram followers. This girl has it all. She has a bright future. I remember when, she came to New York, she had done Fashion Week. And, like, that was a video that I watched and it was filled with so much envy as I watched it. Because she's one of those girls that is living pretty much everyone's dream. She gets dressed up. She gets paid. Let's start off there. She gets paid to get dressed up, to do some cool things, to know some cool people, and to just be herself, right? It's an awesome job, and it's really hard not to envy. But after the pandemic happened, And also real quick, before I get into that, I want to also note that what really I loved about her so much is what she used to talk about, right? So there's Ashley, obviously, before the big blow up, before she graduated from, I believe she went to USC, but I don't remember which school, but she went to school in LA. And it was right before, she graduated. She would talk about periods. She would talk about boys. It was literally the epitome of a parasocial relationship. Like she did the damn thing. Okay. She was friends with with millions of people, and they got hurt when she changed. And I'll be honest, she changed a long time ago. It's just that change did not become so jarring and apparent until the world fell apart and everyone's view of life shifted, right? So I think that Ashley didn't change in a way that is unnatural or odd. I think that Ashley just grew the fuck up. Like she just grew up. And when you grow up, you grow more into your authentic self. When you are younger, it's coming from me. I'm not that old, and I always tell people how old I am. I don't know why. I just love talking about my age. I'm gonna be that old ass woman at 45 being like, I'm 45. Like I believe in age just being told and being seen, not because it gives you credibility or it takes away your credibility, but it helps. I think it's good research, okay? It's good to know how old someone is so you understand just how different everyone's life really is and how different our timelines really are. But anyway, so with that being said, I am 25, and one thing I've learned about growing up and growing older is the fact that people, right, like when you're younger, right, when you're in high school, you're getting introduced to the world. Truly, you're getting used to all the different types of opinions you could have. You're getting exposed to all of the type of opinions other people have. You are getting exposed to just the way the world works, but not in a physical way, but in a mental way, right? And also an emotional way. But I really want to stress in a mental way, because when you're a teenager, you can start to think for yourself. And you try out a bunch of different hats. Like you have a bunch of different personalities, and this goes well into your 20s, right? Like I don't even know if I'm done with all my different hats yet. I'm definitely putting most of them down, and I'm choosing between the last three and whether or not it's more me. But you start off with a plethora of hats, and then you wear them, and then depending on how it felt when you wore it and how it affected your life when you wore it, you take it off, or you throw it away, or you burn it, or you just put it to the side, or you give it to somebody else, or you just do something with it that you're not using it anymore. You're done. You're not using it anymore. It's not for you. Ashley is growing up, right? Ashley is in her mid-20s now, I think. She's younger than me, so she's definitely not 25, but she's growing up, and she's a hard worker. She's done things that you can't do without putting in the fucking work, okay? She did not film the work that she did, but everything she's ever done in her life comes from hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. Comes from being the person that had to deal with people laughing at her, being the person that had to deal with people, telling her she wasn't going to do all the things that she set out to do. Like, it took so much of Ashley to become who she is. Sorry, I'm supposed to be saying best dressed, but I do want to give a moment for Ashley, because Ashley did that. Okay, Ashley is behind Best Dressed. Ashley made Best Dressed, right? From the beginning to the end, right? So the thing is, though, is the pandemic happened, and I think, and we've all spoken about this before with, how do you say, with social media people, like the YouTubers, when they were small and then they get big and then people get mad, and we've always talked about stuff like that. And like artists, Jesus Christ, I just poked myself in the eye, oh my god. Anyway, and then you have musicians, celebrities, all these things, right, where we like them when they're smaller, more relatable, they're on their grind, but then once they get big, we feel some type of way. And it's because, right? I mean, I'm going to talk about all that. I'm going to talk about Ashley specifically. Well, Best Dressed specifically. I apologize. We're getting back into Best Dressed territory. The thing about Best Dressed, right, is that her success, the results of it, is what we see now, right? Like her hard work, that we're seeing that pay off now. But people did not understand or realize how much work she put in. That was the problem. People had a friend. That's what they saw. They saw their friend. That's it. They did not see the worker. They did not see the hard work. They did not see her struggle. Okay. And so the thing is, and I've learned this from life, experiencing it myself, when people don't see you struggle, they assume that you don't struggle because it's easier to think that other people have it easier or to think that other people have it less hard than you. I don't know if that was proper English anyway, but that's not to say that there are not people in the world who struggle more than Ashley, who have struggled more than Ashley, who have worked harder than Ashley. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that when we see Best Dressed, we don't see Ashley. We don't see what she's gone through. We just see what she's comfortable enough to share, which is valid. I mean, the internet doesn't care about her. I mean, her fans could pretend like they care about her all they want, but they don't. If they cared about her, they wouldn't have attacked her the way that they did in 2020. These people don't give a fuck about her. They're not real friends. I get it irritated because we always talk about parasocial relationships, and it's always this weird thing where I feel like people don't put any of the responsibility on the viewers, where it's like, y'all should know better. You are not 5. Like you should know better. You should understand that Best Dressed, that Ashley is a human fucking being who has struggled, right? And what did she do with her struggle? She made something beautiful. She made something that you could have and you could use, so that if you were ever in a situation or position or whatever the fuck she has been in, you don't feel as alone as she had probably felt when she was going through it. Because we don't fucking know what this girl has been through. And I see her success, and knowing what I know about life, I just know she's struggled, okay? You cannot get to where she's at without struggling. You cannot be the way that she is without struggling. She is allowed to enjoy the fruits of her labor. You got to get over it. And I understand that people feel like they're owed, but they're not. She made good content. If she had shitty content, you would not watch her. People sit here and they're like, you wouldn't be here if it weren't for my viewership. You wouldn't be here if it weren't for her content. Like, what? She started making YouTube videos before anybody gave a shit about her. She did it because she was passionate about it. She did a good job because she was passionate about it. Y'all just came. And I get it, right? My whole thing here isn't just to defend Ashley. I do have a few things that I want to say, but there aren't really critiques because this is her life. And I don't really think that Ashley owes anybody anything. I think about the fact that over the past, I think she had a YouTube channel for 4 years, at least 3 years, because she was in university for 3 years. Again, struggle. She did not just graduate early, we do not know what this girl has been through. I can't even imagine. I've been to college. Okay, I cannot imagine how much work and time and energy she had to, how obsessive she had to be to get to where she's at. She is allowed to enjoy the fruits of her labor. She's allowed to do that. And the fact that anybody would try to take that away from her is repulsive to me. It's repulsive. Because it's like, you want to call that privilege. You want to hit her with the privilege title. But she was your friend. You're fake. I just don't understand. You're fake as fuck. You guys aren't good fans. You were never good fans. Like I said, from the moment I discovered this girl, I was filled with envy because she is living a dream. But it's a dream that she worked for. She has no reason to be attacked. Now, with that being said, Ashley is privileged. And she's always been privileged. right? Like, she has been privileged in a way that many, many people cannot relate to, which is why they also liked watching her. It was nice to have a friend that was aspirational. It's always nice to have a friend that's aspirational. I'll be honest, I'm the aspirational friend. Okay, not always, not for every single person that knows me, but for many people, I'm the aspirational friend. And I'm here to tell you it sucks being the aspirational friend. Like, sometimes it has its perks, people look up to you, but it sucks because then you're not allowed to be a human being. You're not allowed to grow and change and learn. You are literally not allowed to be a fucking person. You're not allowed to be a young person too, because people expect so much out of you they don't even expect from their own parents. They expect this from their own parents, but they expect this from you. Ridiculous. Anyway, I still follow Ashley. Best Dressed. I still follow Best Dressed. I still love Best Dressed. I will always love Best Dressed because I respect her. Now, do I respect every single thing that she does? No, because I don't fucking know her, but I respect her hustle. I think she should enjoy the fruits of her labor. She should enjoy being friends with who she's friends with. She should enjoy hanging out where she hangs out. She should enjoy having what she has because this bitch struggled for it. Just because y'all didn't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Like, come on now. And I just feel like the issue is people did not expect her to become who she has become. And I think that is very telling of her audience and how they felt, not only about themselves or about their projections, but also about Best Dressed herself. She exceeded expectations, okay? And she was always special and different and interesting. But what she became when she moved to New York was not at all what people thought was going to happen. They thought that they were still going to have their friend. And everything was going to be just as it was. But she had to grow up. Okay? And her content, her creation became her work. Okay, and she has real friends now, I would hope. I would so hope. She has real friends now who care about her and not what she has and not what they want her to be or what they aspire to be, but who she actually is. And guess what? It made her more comfortable to show who she actually is, because when you see who her friends are, when you see who she hangs out with, when you see how she hangs out with them, it's revealing of her in a way that people never saw because the friendship wasn't ever real. It wasn't ever real. I'm so sorry to her fans. Best Dressed was always a brand. She was young when she created it. She was being authentic and vulnerable and real and a child when she created it. She was younger. And now she's getting older. And before I go, one thing I want to say, the reason why her getting older comes with her shielding herself is because look at how you people fucking reacted when she was vulnerable about how she felt about her move to New York City, which I thought was deplorable. I thought people's reactions to that was so cruel. She had every right to be sad and lonely. She had every right to be disappointed. She had every right to express her pain and her turmoil and her struggle. She had every right to do that. That is literally the point of her channel. And you guys judged her. You showed how shitty and how from the beginning, it was never pure. You never gave a shit about Ashley. It was never about Ashley. It was about Best Dressed. It was always about Best Dressed. It was always about that. It was never about her. And she had to learn that in such a painful and public way. It was humiliating. I can't imagine what it must have felt like to think that these people cared about her. They wanted her to succeed, that these were her friends. They're not her friends. They're her fans. They wish they were her. They wish they had what she had. Your friends, they're not like that. Your friends just want you to be happy. And they see you as autonomous because you are. Okay? And it was a hard breakup, I feel, for both sides. Because the audience lost their aspirational friend. But Ashley, Best Dressed, both of them, what they lost was a safe space on the internet. That's what she lost. And this was her safe space for such a long time. And you guys judged her. You attacked her. And she did absolutely nothing wrong. And I will never get over that. And so I get it. Best Dressed is privileged. I follow her on Instagram, and I did make a comment once. Because I'm sorry. Okay, Ashley, Best Dressed, if you're listening to this, I need you to understand. I genuinely was just fucking around. I don't know if you saw this comment, but like, she had said, she had a picture with her and her friends. She's like, would you come to our dinner party or whatever? And I said no, because there's no black people and I don't want to be the token friend, because it's true. It's true, Ashley. It's true, Best Dressed, okay? It's like there's no melanin. There is no... You are very, very... It's not even just privilege, like, oh, like pale skin. No, it's like... Even if you're white, okay? Somebody's going to look at that and be like, damn, she's privileged. Like... And that's okay. That's my message to Ashley. But like, fuck everybody else. It's okay to be privileged. It's okay that this is your life. It's okay that what you worked for got you to a place of comfortability and enjoyment. Girl, go the fuck off. Like, you did that. And don't let anyone take that away from you. It's okay to be privileged. Okay? What's not okay is not caring about the effects of your privilege. And I don't mean on this parasocial shit. I mean, just be respectful, be kind to people, even if they don't look like you or act like you or give off the same energy as you. Because I'll be honest, Best Dressed makes me feel like one of those girls where she would feel really intimidated if she met me because I'm black, and she wouldn't even know what to do because, one, she'd be afraid that I'm judging her or thinking negatively of her, even though I cannot read her mind. I feel like she would think that I may be a little bit more aggressive than she'd like. And I mean, this is just basic conversation. I just feel like she would just not know what to do if she was around my black ass. Like, that is how I feel. And not because she doesn't have black friends, not because she's not comfortable with black people, but because she probably has not been around that many black people to genuinely understand that, like, we're all different. And this is not, again, not an attack. It's just what it is. I don't take offense to that. But I'm also creating this because it's like, how the hell is she supposed to become more open-minded or feel safe enough to make black friends? And not just black friends. I'm saying, but just like to be comfortable enough to open herself up to everybody else in the world. If people are judging her for what she has, like, she worked for it. Did she have a leg up? Okay, but like, who cares? Like, the work that she still did is not invalidated by where she started from. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was proper English either, but get my point. Where she started does not invalidate what she has done. That's all I'm saying. And so I fuck with Best Dressed and I love following her because I like to laugh a little bit at her, and not to make fun of her or to mock her. I feel like that sounds so fucked up, but because I know this might be hard for y'all to believe as a black person, but I used to be like her. You know, I used to be like that. And it just makes me laugh now because I understand why people used to hate me. I used to feel like everybody hated me. And now I understand that people were just jealous of me. And my mom told me this since day one, but I didn't believe her. But people are just jealous. But I'm just like, Ashley, best dressed, please, please, God, do not let these people stop you from enjoying your fucking privilege. Because guess what? You earned it. Maybe not all of it, but fuck it. That's shit. I'm sorry. Like, life's not fair. And sometimes that works in your favor. But it's just like, I think Best Dressed deserves so much more respect, and she deserves a fucking apology. This girl deserves the biggest apology from her goddamn fan base. They are a joke, an embarrassment, a mess. Anyway, I gotta go. But shout out to Best Dressed. Leave her alone. She will grow and she will evolve, and she won't be this young, privileged, and ignorant person that she is perceived to be forever. She will grow up. She will learn. She will evolve. Now leave her the fuck alone. You are no longer a part of that process. And that is not a wrong thing. Like, that's not wrong. That's not bad. That's not criminal. That's life. Okay, I'm done.